Hi everyone, I'm GREYMOND. I'm just doing a part 2 of Q&A. So let's get to the questions. The first question is, I had a breakthrough for the first time in over a year. I had a couple of hours of no thoughts. And you guys, I have this question after question that if you do the work, this is the person that's doing the work. It really is that simple. You do the work, you'll feel better. But I have questions. It was uncomfortable to not have the thoughts. It makes me feel like I wanted them back. I don't know, but why do I feel like I want them? So a lot of the times, the back end of the thought would be, well, like if I'm having the thoughts before, say for example, let's harm OCD, right? If I was worried, why am I having these thoughts? But now I'm not worried. Does that make me a bad person? Or something like that. That's a very, very common thought. Or what does that mean that I don't, I'm not worried anymore? Is that bad that I'm not worried anymore? So it's just another way of OCD trying to get to you. You just have to view it as noise. Again, we're talking about it. The thoughts are over here. You're over here. Whatever it's telling you, don't listen. Don't pay attention to it. Don't listen. Just let it be there. Some people replied to this question and they said it's an emotional roller coaster. It is an emotional roller coaster, but you don't have to buy into everything it's telling you. So one day it's saying this, another day it's saying that. Let it say whatever it wants. No reaction. Next question is, whatever the issue that causes OCD sufferers anxiety, is it true that if we don't compulse, that is perform some kind of behavior to try to get rid of the anxiety, that the anxiety will go down on its own? Yes, because your mind doesn't keep irrelevant, useless information. It only keeps information that you are continuously using, that you're continuously powering up. Stop powering it up, it's going to go away. But you have to focus and just refuse energy. Refuse giving it energy. The key to my question is, whatever the issue, because sometimes a particular obsession will come up and I think that I will have to compulse with that particular issue or the anxiety will never go away. Yes, that is always the situation. That was the situation with me as well, that this is the one thought that I will worry about when I'm 90 years old. It always feels that way. You have to say exactly what you said in the question, whatever it is. It has to do with my theme, therefore I'm not paying attention. My theme equals OCD. So you say harm OCD. Harm equals OCD. That's it. No more. Doesn't matter what the thought is, what the fear is, not paying attention to it. And because you're not powering it up, it goes away. But as soon as you start to dig and try to differentiate between, well, this thought is slightly different than this thought, and kind of getting into the details of it, it just makes the situation worse. Next question is, I'm having a lot of trouble with telling myself I don't have to deal with the thoughts, whether it's OCD thought or not. I can't really tell the difference, not without intense focus. You shouldn't be focusing intensely on it. So what you want to say is, if I'm doubting it as OCD at all, is this thought OCD or not? Yes, that means it's OCD, and I'm choosing not to pay attention. So it's not that you see the thoughts there, and that's what people mean. Like sometimes people ask me, what do you mean when you say accept the thought? You have to accept the thoughts. You accept them as being there because they're there, you're accepting them that they have space right now in your mind, but you're not accepting them as being valid. So yes, they exist, we accept that, but they're not valid. Whenever OCD presents me with an issue, my response is usually a 10-minute internal analysis. That's wrong, no more analyzing, choosing not to, pushing through. Lots of reasoning in order to determine what I should do. Not doing that anymore. I cannot bring myself to ignore it, and instead I often deal with the concern using all the focus and brain power that I have. I can't let the fear linger all day. I need to squash it like a bug. Exactly. It's a choice. You're making a choice. So the question continues. When I try to do what you suggest, it does not feel like I'm coming from a position of power. It feels like a position of weakness. Why is that? Well, so this question is pretty long. I'm gonna answer it in writing under the question, just because it's too long to read online. But it's from what I read so far, okay, that it has to always come from a position of power. So even if it's a little bit of power, you're still choosing. When you make a choice to ignore, it gets better, because you're not powering it up. I know I say this all the time, but it really is true. So, and the person is talking about analyzing and trying to figure things out, but it's you can't get into the details. The more you get into the details of the thought, the worse the thought is going to be. So, and then another person is asking, can you do a video about existence OCD, being in a dream or in a coma, like a what if thought? Again, it's not different. The thoughts are over here. What if this is a dream? What if it's not real? What if nobody's real? Let it be over here. But I'm focusing on this right now. So, for example, if your friends, say for example, are asking you, do you want to go somewhere? And you're thinking, they're not real. What if not? Let that be over here. But you're staying on topic and saying, no, okay, my friends are asking me to do this. This is what I'm going to do. Or I have to work on this, so this is what I'm going to do. Let the thoughts be here. Doesn't matter what the theme is. Let the theme be here. You're over here focused on your real life. And because you're not powering that up, that starts to go away. So that's the end of the part 2. That's all the questions I have. If you would like to ask a question on the next show, for the next show, please do it below this video or any of my other videos, and I'll pick it up on the next show. I've been behind on making videos this week just because I've been in sessions all week long. Like I said in the last video, guys, I only reply to questions through the YouTube. I don't reply through email. Please don't send me more questions about your specific situation. There is a recovery program if you want to go in depth about your specific situation, or we can do it through YouTube. I don't do emails because it's not productive. It's usually reassurance, and I don't have time to answer all the emails after 8 hours of clients. I get pages and pages and pages. It's like I'm reading a book each and every day, right? So it's like I understand firsthand how you feel in terms of OCD, but it's, I can't reply to you enough through email to actually help you. I can help you in recovery program, or you can help yourself by watching the Q&As and following this way. So just if you guys can please understand my situation as well. That's the end of the show today. Please visit youhaveocd.com for recovery program and all the additional information. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I'm happy to have you. I'm happy to help, and I'll see you in the next show.